So we are shining our light on Miss Malencia Williams tonight. Hey y'all over here on YouTube. We just getting started, so y'all didn't miss anything. Um, and we just gonna dive right on in, y'all, so she can give us some good tea about herself. So the first question that I have for you is tell us about yourself. Where are you from? Do you have any children? Your favorite hobbies and stuff
Okay,
like that.
so I'm Valencia, of course. I'm also known as the email slasher. I am from Alabama. I do have one daughter who is Tori Williams. That's my baby. She is my albino princess. She is, I think I said, yeah, she's 11. I did have a son. He did pass in 2014.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry to hear
and
that.
Thank you. I am happily married. I have been with my husband since when I was in high school.
Oh, okay. High school
So,
sweethearts.
yep. So, it'll be 12 years in March. And I love to eat crab legs. Like if you follow me, if we friends on Facebook, like you know me and my crab leg shenanigans, right? I definitely, what I like to do is, of course, I love going to church. I love being with family, and I love traveling. It's nothing for me to just get up on a Saturday morning and get my husband and daughter be like, hey, y'all, come on, wake up. We're finna go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's hit the road. So I definitely love to travel, and I love to, like, talk business. Like, I love to get with my tribe and get with my business besties and stuff like that. And I love to talk business. Like I love to talk big. Like I love to dream big and try to see, okay, how can I make that dream a reality? Like what can we do to work towards that, right?
How to
Um,
execute.
exactly how they
Right.
execute. And basically what I do overall when it comes to my business, again, I am the email slasher. And what I do is I help you work towards turning your emails into profit by helping you to build genuine, solid relationships with your audience. A lot of times we get so caught up and the algorithm on Facebook, a lot of people have issues with getting shadow banned, and their content they're making and creating all this content. They're spending so much time doing it, but
And
they
it
put
take a
it
lot
out
of
there.
time.
It take a lot of time. See, from the Bible content creator, she knows
It
that's
take
what
a
we
lot
do.
of time. It's not
It's a lot of
easy.
time. Exactly. And not to mention that, and that's just a post. We haven't even talking about reels and, trying to get video content out there. But again, this isn't our platform. Facebook is not our platform. Instagram is not our platform. TikTok is not our platform. Like, we don't own that. So what I do is who I serve are hype and passionate boss women in the e-commerce industry and who have e-commerce products, and I help them move their audience and show them how to move their audience from social media to an email list where they can build their own audience, have their own audience. They can be more in control. A lot of times you get shadow banned just for saying something that ain't even a curse word or saying something that
Mm-hmm.
is not even offensive. They saying you flagged for something that Facebook's marks decides to say is offensive and it's not. So here you is shadow banning. You just spent a week and a month. You've been,
Even
you
sharing
know,
your links, your website
yeah,
link. Like a lot of people, I teach my students that a lot of people don't understand there are certain words that you can say, as you just stated, that will cause you to become shadow banned. It's a lot of like stipulations when it comes to how you get shadow banned.
absolutely, and that's very true. And that's the reason, and that's actually how I end up getting into pivoting who my for my audience, because I noticed a lot of e-commerce product boss women, they were actually trying to and as women it's already we're already trying to work extra hard and put in overtime to make it to actually be successful, because a lot of people don't, being honest, a lot of people don't expect us to make it. A lot of
Mm-mm.
people, expect us to fail. Hey, we black women, they expect us to always, be on government assistance. Nothing's wrong with that. But they expect us to stay there. They expect us to
Right, like
settle.
they put us
Like,
in a box.
yeah, we're in
Right.
a box. So a lot of people, we're going to use my skills to help them to showcase their products to where they're not under nobody's control. They're not under social media's control. Their content can be seen. It can land in a priority inbox every time they send an email. I can show them how to do that. I can show them how to avoid spam, and they can be themselves. When it comes to your emails, you can be yourself. No one gets to tell you what you can and can't say. No one can't tell you, well, you have to speak this way, you have to speak that way. You can't showcase this. It's too many products. Well, maybe you're selling, so we're gonna throw you to the bottom of the algorithm. Like, no, you get your own audience. You're in control. You don't have to worry about any of that. Because truth be told, when you're under the control of the algorithm and social media, you're limiting your own bag. Like, they are limiting your revenue. Like, you can't go far because why? Your revenue, if you're marketing on social media, is coming from the fact that you're marketing, right? You have to draw in the audience for them to see it. But if your products are not being seen as a hyper passionate e-commerce product business owner, then guess what? It's limiting your revenue. So you have to try to find another way to, expose your product brand, and that's what email marketing come in at.
And I went through it firsthand when I was in, we met because I was in the credit industry.
Right.
So I experienced it firsthand because I would drop a lot of financial literacy. To the people that have been following me since day one, since I started my page, they can come on here and tell you, like, I always shared credit education, financial literacy, just educating my audience on how credit works. And what I noticed from those posts, for those of you who don't know and you're new to my page and my platform, I go viral multiple times out of the month, like every week almost. So what I noticed, what was happening was when I was sharing this knowledge and this credit education and financial literacy, they were not pushing it out. So it got to the point where I'm like, okay, it's almost like you're working for nothing. So I'm dropping the knowledge to share it with my audience and my following, but they're not even seeing it, unless they come to my page looking for it. And truth be told, y'all, people just not coming to your page checking for you. I don't care how important you think you are. Everybody isn't, it's a small percentage, even if they are. So I experienced that firsthand. Every time I shared credit education, it would get like one like, no likes, so I'm like, I'm putting this stuff out here for no reason. So I'm glad that you gave insight on it.
Right, and it's not like your audience wasn't there. It was the fact that social media was in control. Like, as long as they're in control, as long as you're on their platform, they get to control your money. They get to control who sees your content. Guess what? If you spent all those months launching something and getting ready to launch it, and you worked on this new product and you're finally about to launch that product, social media do not care. They will throw that thing all the way down to the bottom of the algorithm, and you will be discouraged because you think that nobody wants to purchase from you. No one wants to invest in your products. No, that's not it. You have something for an audience that's out there. They need what you got, but they can't see it. And they don't know that they've come to your page because they got all these people that they're following and Facebook friends with that they're not hardly thinking about one person. It's rare, but most times they're not thinking, I haven't seen them in a while. Let me go to their page. Now, I do that sometimes, but it's every once in a while that I remember, right? So that's why it's very important to have your own email list. Prime example. Just like Facebook, I think it was last year, Facebook shut down for a whole day, and everybody went to a frenzy, right? You know how much it was? Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that was lost to a lot of business owners. And it wasn't a whole 24 hours that Facebook was down, but because a lot of people solely relied on social media, they didn't have no way to contact their audience. They didn't have an email list. Right. They didn't have a way to still keep that revenue going. They couldn't say, well, you know what? Since social media is down, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go in here and go to sleep, or I'm going to go get my nails did. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to ride down to Miami. They can't say that because why? They have lost contact with their audience. They don't have a way to contact them, so they can't just walk away. They going crazy trying to figure out how in the world can I keep my money still going, and social media is shut down.
Right. So yeah, it's really important. Even when it comes to I always tell people, and I tell Cliff this too, like when we're out and about. And I know that we're going to like the airport, the travel, stuff like that. I'm like, babe, you better put your business shirt on. You have to make connections with people outside of social media. Like your network is your net worth. Like you have to, you got to get off social media and stop trying to make connections only through social media. Because like the example that you just gave, if they cut it off tomorrow, what you gonna do? You just lost. So you have to get outside and make those connections as well.
Absolutely.
So you actually answered my next question, which was you just flowed right into it. I love it. It was what do you do for a living slash career? So you told them that. How long have you been doing it?
So what happened was in 2019, a lot of people do not know. Some do, but a lot of people do not know, especially my new followers and stuff like that. In 2019, that's when I really started and hopped into email automations, right? So it was the end of 2019, and what happened was I was, first of all, I was being overworked and underpaid. Hey, Shekinah. Oh, I see Shekinah. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. I'm just not seeing the comments. And I was overworked, but I was underpaid, right? So, with the email management and everything I was doing, it was just like I didn't have no time with my baby. I didn't have no time with my husband. Like, I'm big on family or whatever. Like, I'm big, as you can tell, I love getting out. If y'all follow me on social media, you see that I love getting me and my husband, my daughter, and we go. Like, we hit the road.
Right.
And so I was missing out on that. I was missing out if my grandmother's birthday came around and everybody went down to her house to celebrate her, right?
And you couldn't go.
I couldn't go. If somebody's birthday dinner was happening and, that was in my family, I couldn't go. And a lot of times seeing that my husband and daughter was leaving and they was going to be with family and I was stuck at home and stuff like that, like that really, like, I had a fit. I had a fit. Because I'm like, you know what? Because first of all, it's not like I'm being compensated for that, and here I am. But even the money, you know how they say, money a lot of times ain't even worth losing out on time because you can get time back. You can get money. You can find ways to make money, but you can't get time back. And so I got, tired of that. So I got burnt out, with it and everything. And me and my husband was talking one day, and he was basically like, I don't know, I can't remember how it went, but it was something along the lines of, baby, you could take what you already know, and what about if you become, because I had started looking at, people that was becoming virtual assistants, and it was this certain lady that I was following or whatever, and she had like a whole course, a whole program, around it. But hers was tech automations or whatever for, become a virtual assistant. And I was like, ooh, tech, I love tech or whatever, right? So then, and then when I found out it had something to do with email, so I was like, ooh, email too? Okay, that's my thing. So my husband was like, baby, you can really, you can do that, right? Like, you can take what you know and you can turn it into a business. I was like, nah, I ain't, I ain't that good, or I'm not worthy to just step out there on my own. Like, I ain't never, I don't know about business. So, I did, but I didn't. And so anyway, I stepped out on faith and I did it. Long story short. And I remember it being right around the holidays of 2019, the end of 2019. It was right before COVID came, actually. And then so I did that. I named it EJW Virtual Assist. EJ came from my son who had passed in 2014. We called him EJ. His name was Eric Williams Jr., right? So EJW Virtual Assist. So I put it, yeah. Anyway, that's like an emotional moment. So I did it, right? I stepped out there. It was a success. It was good. But then something happened where God had me to step back, and I'm like, God, you having me to step back? You just like you just did it. Like what is it?
Right.
Like, oh Lord, thoughts go through my mind. Like, Lord, what I did? Like, what is it now? So anyway, long story short, again, he started dealing with me. He started talking to me. He just started putting things across my path, like, this is what I want you to do. This is where I want you to go. So then I went further and I decided to, he led me to doing automations and setting up automations. So I was like, okay, all right, because I love it or whatnot. So I kind of left email behind a little bit when I did it, though. I was just doing system automations and automate, people businesses and stuff like that. And so then in March, I lost my grandmother. Somebody I never thought I'd lose. You know, it's just some people that it's like how we all know we gotta get up out of here one day, but it's still in your mind. It's like, man, that person will never leave me. Like I never lose that person. That was me with my grandmother.
That was me too. I don't know why we think they supposed to stay with us forever, but that's what we think. Baby, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I need you.
Yes, like I need you. And then I think what got me worse was the fact that she promised me that she wasn't leaving me, and I think that promise stayed with me, and I relied on that promise instead of just relying on God's will. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Anyway, so that was March 2022. So when that happened, I wasn't me. I wasn't myself. I couldn't give anymore. I had been pouring. I loved pouring into everybody. I loved it. I would give.
You know what's so crazy? I'm gonna stop you right there because we went through the same thing in the same year. And I know you remember this, and you could tell the audience. It's almost like we were pouring into each other and we didn't even know it. And you remember I commented on one of your posts and I said, basically I was thanking you and telling you for like your posts keep me going, you know, and you wrote me back and you was like, that means a lot because your posts keep me going, you know. So it's like we were pouring into each other from one sister to another, don't even know each other, from a can of paint, don't even know each other, but we pouring into each other, but going through our own storm because you was waking up every day and you was writing those motivational posts and I was waking up doing the same thing, and people would come in my comments and they would tell me like, thank you so much, I come to your page for motivation, and I'm over here like, baby, I'm going through it, like, girl, I'm over here like, I'm writing this for me. You know, but if it can help somebody else, then hey. But look, I need this for me. I'm over here catching hell. I'm going through it. But it was just like for me grieving, like you said, with my grandmother, I took it so hard. The end of 2022, I just prayed so hard and I asked God to help me let her go. You know, and when January came in of 2023, I just felt I was back to myself. You know, I still had my moments where I would get sad, you know, and I would cry from missing her, but I was back to myself like, you know what, I'm good. You know, I was at peace because I prayed for that. Yeah, I prayed for that. I prayed for peace, but it's so weird, like I said, that you went through it like a few months after me losing your grandmother, and we kind of helped each other, you know, through that, just on the internet, right? Not even knowing it until that day. I remember telling you, and you was like, that's crazy, you know, because like your post helped me. So
yes,
I had to share that with you, see if you remember, you know.
I definitely remember. Yes. I remember so vividly that because I remember looking at your comment, I was like, what? Like, I'm pouring to you. And I remember, like, even around that time, I remember I was just still grieving so heavily or whatever. But
and it was important for me to tell you because I knew that feeling all too well. You know, I had went through it in January and you going through it in March. So I was like, I gotta let her know. And y'all, that's okay. You know, to let the next sister know that like they are uplifting you or they pouring into you or they motivating you. It's okay to tell it, give another sister her flowers. But you can go ahead.
Flowers because you just never know. Hey, you just never know who you're gonna help. You don't know who. And her comment, y'all, that day, it like brought me, in a way, it brought me closer to her. Even though we live in two separate states, it's like it brought me closer to her because it's like, man, like this had to be God doing this because it's like the whole time, it's almost like. It's almost like as if we was real sisters and we were separated, and it's like she didn't know about me and I didn't know about her, but it's like in real life maybe we'll bump into each other and we'll, you know, encourage each other or something like that, but then it's like later on maybe we found out that hey, we were sisters, like man, you mean the whole time I was helping you and you was helping me and we were sisters,
right? And when we finally met, it was like we been knew each other, y'all. Like exactly. When we finally met, it was like you know, oh girl.
Okay. But
yes.
But aware of people that's trying to get into your tribe, people that's trying to get into your circle, people that's trying to connect with you, people that's trying to basically just, get attached to you. You have to be careful. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that everybody they are attracted to what you have.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, and who you know. They're not attracted to who you are as a person, and who you are, and how your heart is, and how genuine you are. It's not that. Some people really are attracted to what you got and who you know, and so you really have to be careful and use discernment, because the thing is that a lot of people, they will fake empowerment. Mm-hmm. They will fake be genuine out here. I see it on social media all the time.
Yep.
They will fake act like, they'll post.
I say that all the time. I was like, I'm telling you, I just had a conversation with Cliff, and you could pick up like on the energy. And I was telling him, I was like, it's so many women out here, and like you just said, you called it out, fake empowerment. It's not real. Like, they talk it, but they don't really walk it, and like, I pay attention to a person's actions. So like, show me that you really about what you talking about. Like you said, it's not genuine. It's not real. So I have been speaking a lot on being intentional in this year and this season, and just being mindful of who you are connected to and who you align yourself with. You get what I'm saying? It's so important. Like, it is so important, because everybody do not mean you well, and people pretend well. They can act like they for you all day long, but I watch how you move. I'm watching what you do. Like, you got to show me that you for me, because that's how I'm showing up.
Exactly.
Right.
You gotta be very careful, because people will have you out here thinking that they are genuine and stuff like that, and then next thing you know, everything on one side, and next thing you know, you realize that, oh, I'm the only one doing something. Mm-hmm. Or man, I'm the only one reaching out, or I'm the only one this, that, or another. Like, so be careful, y'all. Definitely use y'all's discernment. It's every day. It's more and more women acting like they're genuine, acting like they're empowered, acting like the post sound good. Don't get me wrong, the post sound good. Sometimes I see the post and I be like, oh man, like, them words, okay, all right.
Right.
But I know the person who posted it itself, I just know that they wasn't, but it was the words that I liked. But as far as connecting, no, we can't connect. And that's why you have to pray, and you have to, stay prayed up, because I promise you, God's gonna show you who for you and who not for you. Yep,
that is so true. I'm gonna speak to y'all in the comments. Hey Nikki, hey Kyra, and hey Star. Star said that's my sis. She said that's how it was when we first talked. Yep. Star is actually one of my students from is it 2 years ago, Star? One of my students from 2 years ago, and it was the same way with us, like just a sister from another mother. Like, we still talk to this day, still check on each other and everything. So I want to read that, and then we're going to move on to our next question. Hey, Dominique. All my students in here. I love it. Y'all are showing up for Coach Bree tonight. Hey, Tanya. Okay, let me see. Dipping in. Hey, Spoken Facts. Y'all over here on YouTube. So I asked you how long you have been in the career. So my next question is, and you answered this as well. So it was, how does your business help the next business owner? And you explained that to them about the email marketing and what it does, the pros of having it. What, and then you basically answered this one as well. Girl, you on the road. Did you know these questions? Because you ain't playing. Look, the next one was, what sparked your interest in this field? And you told us, right, you told us all of that. So this one you haven't answered. And you could have a little bit about your son that is in heaven, but tell us your why behind your business.
So my why behind my business is, of course, first, my son, of course, like you just mentioned. I lost it when I lost him, right? I went down this dark road. It was just like, I don't know if y'all ever, I'm scared, y'all, so I ain't gonna never do it either, so I ain't gonna be surprised if y'all say y'all ain't never did it, but I don't know if y'all ever walked into like the dark woods before. Like, down this dark, like hiking trail, or anything that's just like super dark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mentally, that's how I feel. I felt like I was walking at a road that was never ending. I've always heard of roads that never end, but I've never, I ain't never seen one.
Right.
But in my mind, when I lost my son, because he had only been home for like, let me see, I had him in November. He wasn't due to January, and he passed in March. So yeah, 2 months. Is that? Yeah, about 2, 3, almost 3 months. So, I lost it, y'all. I mean, I was young. I was like, what, 21 or 20? It was one of them. I wasn't playing.
Your son was before Tori?
No.
Oh, okay.
After Tori.
Okay.
I was not playing, okay? But I was married.
Right. It's okay.
I was married, baby.
Shout out to the young mothers.
Shout out to them. Look, and I'm still holding down for the husband and the baby. So hey.
Right.
But yeah, so I had Tori in March. I had Tori July 31st, 2012. And then I found that I was pregnant. I think maybe September or so.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it October? It was one of them. But let's just say that I had him November 8th, 2013. But that was early. I was supposed to have him to January. So okay, Shekinah. See, that's
Shekinah said I was married at 21 too, girl.
Yes, okay. And so basically, I went, okay, so back to it. I went down a dark path or whatever, and I just thought I wasn't coming out. That's just me being honest. I tried, suicide. I tried to take my own self out. I tried it so many different ways. No way would work. No matter what I did, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't your time.
I tried to walk away from my family. I was going to leave my husband and my daughter and one day, and I was just going to never come back. Like, I was just going to leave and never come back. So much is going through my mind. So much is going through my mind. And finally, God saved me in 2016. He finally delivered me because I had turned to partying. Every weekend I wanted to party. I knew the weekend would come and I could get my mind off of it. I knew I could free my mind.
That was your outlet.
Right, that was my outlet. Drinking and smoking and that's what I was doing. I was still, don't get me wrong, I was a very good mother. I will always be, I will always take credit for being a very good mama.
Let them know, sis. Girl, I had my partying days too, but I still took care of them kids.
What you say? Like, my baby tell me to this day, mama, you the best mama ever, and I never want another mama. So that made me happy.
Yeah.
And my husband, that's another story though. I can't go too deep into that, but the fact that he just stayed. He could have left. I'm sure there's times he wanted to leave because it's like how you handle somebody like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You going through losing him too.
But he didn't give up on you. Yeah.
He didn't give up on me. And I guess in his mind, it's like, I'm grieving too, yeah, but it's like she the one that carried him. You know what I'm saying? Like, who? So it's like how you handle somebody like that. And so, but like I said, I finally ran into a dead end. I kept going until the Energizer bunny batteries ran out and I couldn't go no more.
Right.
God started showing me signs. He started pulling me. He started showing me things that it'd be times when me, Eric, and Tori would be in the car, and I'm telling him, I'm like, Eric, look up at the sky. Do you see that? And I was like, it's right there. He'd be like, baby, what you talking about? I'm like, Eric, you don't see? What's in the sky? Like, look, like it's right there. It'll be nighttime, and I'd be showing him something that's in the sky. I promise you, I'm thinking everybody see it. He'd be like, baby, I do not see nothing. Like, what are you looking at? And then so I promise you, pretty soon I started realizing. I think my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, that one of them told me that maybe it was God that was just only allowing me to see it. But I felt crazy at first. I'm like, I know y'all see it, and I started getting mad because I know y'all see it. It's in the sky.
Yeah, so, and that's so important too, because a lot of times, like you said, you started getting mad. That's what that just took me to, like, when God give you a vision, or when he call you to do something, like, we have to always remember that it's not a three-way call. Like, it's not, your children, my kids. It's not your husband or your boyfriend. It's not your sister, any family members. Like, it's you and God, like, and so that's important to understand that. I always tell people about when I started my platform, and you've witnessed the growth of it from when I first started, right? And I remember my kids cracking up. Your kids be your worst enemy. Boy, I remember my kids cracking up. Like, they supported me. I don't know if they was some little haters or supporters, sis, like, for real. But because they taught me, my son taught me how to edit videos. He taught me how to edit videos when I started, and a lot of my students now to this day, they're like, I don't know how to edit videos. Shakana can tell you. I told them, look, y'all better get with them kids, because my son got me all the way together. But on the flip side, they supported me, but they will crack jokes and say, ain't nobody on that live. Like little stuff like that. Like, I would be going live all the time, working on the vision that God gave me. And they will always say, Mom, it ain't even nobody on there. You talking to yourself. So again, that God didn't give them the vision. And even though they're children, they teenagers, he didn't give it to them. He didn't give it to Cliff. He gave it to me. So I gotta see it through, So like your father-in-law and your mother-in-law said, he was showing you something. He wasn't showing Eric. He wasn't showing Tori. He was showing you. So that's important, for us to just know and understand that when God give us a vision, it's not always for everybody, and it's not meant for you to bring everybody. Sometimes it's just for you.
That's true. That's very true. That's how I felt. And like I said, he started showing me stuff, and that's when I realized that was his way. He was chasing me. He was chasing me down.
Wow.
Because like the words say, he's gonna chasing those that he loved. And with me, he chased me and chased me and chased me until I just couldn't run no more. And October 2016, he saved me. And he delivered me completely. Like I had no desire for it no more, anything. And when I say he started taking away, he started easing up my grief. He started easing up my grief. When I say I had my moments, I did. And the crazy thing about it is, all that time I'm running. I didn't know I was running from grieving. I didn't know. I didn't know that was a part of my grieving, what I was doing. I had no idea, no clue now. And so once he saved me, I think it was like a few months after. And y'all, when I say, mind you, this 2016, he passed in 2014. I broke. I completely broke. It's like I'm realizing I lost a son. It's like it had just happened. It's like, man, I lost my son. He gone. When I say I balled up. I balled up. I probably cried for like 2 days straight. Like, wow. It hit me. And so then, in 2019, going back to that, I started the business, and I remember saying it out loud. I remember saying, everything I do from here on out is gonna be for EJ. It's going to be for him. I'm going to carry his name everywhere I go. And that's how I ended up coming up with EJW Virtual Assist when I first started business in 2019.
I love that. I love your why. I really do. I really do. It's really powerful and meaningful, going from, like what God carried you through, and then experiencing, losing your son. Like, I really do love that. So my next question is, we got 2 more questions, y'all, and we're gonna be ending and wrapping up. So my next question is, what keeps you motivated on days that you feel overwhelmed? Because we are human, so days that you feel like, this so ghetto. Like, what keep you going? I had them moments every day, just FYI.
I have been working, especially with my automation. Sometimes I will be automating something, and I stop, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give up. I'm gonna go eat me some crab legs and come back to it. Like, that's like
right.
But no, honestly, what keeps me going is I remember that I said that I'm doing it for each other, but then I also remember my goals. I remember how far I came. I remember the days that I prayed for where I am now. I remember the fact that me and Tori having that conversation of her wanting to be like me, her wanting to be have her own business. I have to realize I can't, even days that I want to give up and I want to stop. I mean, what's that teaching her? That's just teaching her that, hey, I already know that my daughter wants to become a business owner when she gets older, but I'm showing her, what am I showing? What am I proving by giving up? Why can't I just pause and slow up? So I have to think about, what do I want in life? Where do I see myself?
Right.
Do I want that big nice house? Do I want that vacation? Or is it just time that I want? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to work now so that I can have my time later? Right? What do I want? And I have my days. I have my days because I want to retire my parents. I want to just get up and go. I just want, and not saying I don't get up and go now, but I want to get up and go, let's say, to the other side of the country, maybe. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just the small things. And I'm not knocking big things. I'm not knocking big goals, because I'm still reaching for my big goals, and I'm going to achieve them. But I have also started taking into consideration my small goals.
I always tell people that. I always tell people that if y'all are on my page, I always tell people, like, clap for your small steps, your small accomplishments, your small achievements. Like, they matter. And it's the small steps and small accomplishments that's gonna get you to the bigger stuff. Like, I am a very grateful and thankful person. It don't matter what it is or how small it is. Like, I am thankful for it. I thank God for it, because I know that he that is faithful over few, honey, God, I'm telling you, I know that. I live by it. I know that he'll bless you with more. I'm telling you. And something that we have to understand, y'all, is Melicia's success is not my success. Her whatever success is for her, that's her vision. That's what she wants. Those are her goals and her desires. That's not my success. She said she's gonna get her big house. She gonna travel across the country when she want to and stuff. That may not be what I want. So that's why it's important not to compare your success with the next person. Like, they may not, I might not want a big house.
Right.
I may want
I want a mansion. Hold on, let me go.
Oh, not a mansion.
Look, just give me my 4 to 5 bedroom. I promise we good.
Right. But the next person, they may want a mansion. But with us, we good with a 4 or 5 bedroom. Right. So again, everybody got their own definition of success, y'all. So don't let nobody tell you. If you go out here, I told my little sister when she got her new car, and she just felt like certain people weren't happy for her. And I told her, I said, look, are you happy? And she said, yeah, I'm happy. I said, that is all that matters. I say, if you happy, that's all that matters, because you accomplished something. So at the end of the day, like, you can't be worried about what somebody else thinking, or what they feel like, oh, that ain't nothing, or this or that. Like, you can't think about that. You can't worry about that, as long as you're happy and it's something that you wanted and it's success for you. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. And listen, I don't care. Maybe I want a Honda. Maybe my dream car is a Honda. Maybe my dream house is maybe I want a farmhouse. Maybe I want a farmhouse. Maybe I do want a 3-bedroom. Maybe I want a 2-bath, and I'm happy. Maybe I want a horse in the back with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, maybe I don't want a pool. Maybe I don't want to be a millionaire. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how everybody wants to be a millionaire. Perfectly fine. Whatever success looks like to you. Millionaire status may be what success is for you, right?
Right.
But I feel like social media has made people feel like they have to reach a millionaire status to become successful. They have to become a billionaire to be successful. No, you get your own version of success.
Yep.
Forget social media. I want you to wipe out what you saw on social media. I want you to wipe out what people have been telling you that they got. I want you to wipe out the Ferraris. I want you to wipe out the Rolls Royce. I want you to wipe out the Rolexes. I want you to wipe out...
Half of them don't even really got it. They renting it.
Listen. I recently found out that you can do a photo op with a jet in the back. So
Wow.
my thing is that yours don't have to be like that. It's okay. The things I named, it's okay to want that. Listen, baby, my God, he owned a cattle of 1,000 hills. Listen, my God got everything. He rich. So I know whatever I need and want, God, he'll supply it. But that's not what I want. And my thing is create your own version of success. What do you want? What do you want? Not what somebody else got, but what do you want?
Right.
So just think about that, because social media, I hate the way that it has trained people's minds. But if you don't leave with nothing else, leave with create your own version of success.
Yeah, and run your own race. Like, don't worry about what Jimmy over there doing and what Karen over here doing. Like, run your own race. So the last question. Oh, okay. Good luck, India. We got India in the building.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So the next question that I have for you, which is the last question, is hold on. Okay. Look, I'm like, huh?
Did I answer that one too?
No, you did kind of answer it because you said you was gonna leave them with something, but I know you got a lot of good stuff to leave us with. So I'm gonna ask you again. You can leave us with something else. Let me see. I want to make sure. Okay, I did that. Okay. So the last question that I have for you is, what advice can you leave our audience with today?
So what I will leave you all with is, and Bria kind of said it, run your own race. The reason I say that is because when I first started business, all right, I'm not gonna make this small, but when I first started, all right, there were so many coaches. There were so many do this, do that, take this course, take that course. There were so many sign up for this subscription, sign up for that subscription. It wasn't, okay, where are you and where are you trying to go? It wasn't that. It was do this to make money. Do that to make money. It wasn't about a vision. It wasn't about what my next 5 years or 6 years or 3 years or 2 years even looked like. It was do this to make money. You can do this to make money.
And a lot of coaches were doing like the lifestyle marketing.
Yes.
If you want to live like this, if you want to travel, if you want to do this, and people was that was it. That's all it took.
Yep, they was following it. And if you don't do nothing else, create your strategy, okay? Know what you need. Know where, matter of fact, forget that. Know where you want to go. Plan out where you want to go. Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Where do you see yourself in 3 years? Where do you see yourself in 1 year even? Even start small. Create you a 1 year plan. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? Wherever you decide that you see yourself in 1 year, 2 years, or even up to 5 years, take our time and be like, okay, what am I missing to get there? What am I missing? Not what people telling you to buy. Not these courses, not this, not that. Like, forget all this mental. Forget all that. What do you feel? What do you see that you need that's missing right now that can get you to where you need to be? From there, then you do your due diligence and you search the person or you search your ideal person that you know you need for your business. And don't look at nobody else's paper. Sometimes I understand being in the same industry with other people. Sometimes it's like they may be doing it faster. They may be doing it, better. They may be getting the most results. Don't pay attention to it. Look at your own paper, because guess what? What God got for you, yours.
Yep.
Regardless.
Can't nobody take it.
Exactly. And one thing that I have been taught, now this is what I'm gonna leave y'all with. It don't matter what somebody got. I don't care if they showing you all these nice bags. I don't care if they showing you all these nice cars, these nice houses. They can flash some money. They can do whatever. They can show how they can post they business revenue on their social media. But listen, if you don't do nothing else, keep your eye on your own paper. And the reason I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone is because you don't know what somebody not even just went through, because it is saying you don't know what nobody went through to get what they got. But another saying is that you don't know what somebody is illegally doing to get what they got as well.
That's true.
There's the saying of, you got two different sayings. You don't know what somebody went through to get where they are right now, but you also don't know what nobody did illegally to get what they got as well. We don't know how people are obtaining things. Yeah, some people are genuinely getting things. Some people are not. So use your discernment. But at the end of the day, keep your eyes on you, because at the end of the day, whatever success God got for you is for you. And the devil in hell can't take that away.
Sure can't. You better say that. So that was my last question for you, beautiful. Can you tell our audience how to connect with you?
Yeah, so www.emailslasher.com. www.emailslasher.com. If you want to, you can definitely also shoot me an email at contact@toriej.com. So that's the word contact at TORIEJ.com. If it's just a quick question, I say go to my website and fill out the short contact form at the bottom of the website. If you need a 30-minute consultation, you just need to get on my calendar, go to my website, click on I'm ready. If you need a whole power hour strategy, definitely click on email and chill and connect with me, and let's get started.
Okay, and can you give them your social handles so they can follow you for anybody that needs your services and want to connect with you immediately?
Absolutely. So my Facebook, of course, is Malencia Williams. And then for my Instagram is, y'all, this is ridiculous. I think my Instagram is email slasher.
Yeah, I think it's the email slasher or
yeah. So the email slasher for Instagram. Oh, email slasher also on TikTok. So I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and here. So here, Malencia Williams, TikTok and Instagram, the email slasher. Definitely follow me there, and I'll follow back.
Okay, and before I let you go, I just want to tell you that this is your video. I don't let people promote on my page because I don't know what they selling. So if I bring you on here and I don't know if you if you really do what you say you do, but because I know you do what you say you do, feel free to come through the comments, and chat with anybody. Like, I'm giving you my permission. Drop your website, drop all your pages, all your social handles, because you don't know who may want to connect with you. So, and contact you. So feel free to do that when we get off the live. So I wanted to let you know that I'm not gonna feel no type of way, because we shining the spotlight on you tonight, love.
Thank you, sis.
You are so welcome. All right, and I think that is all I have for you, love. Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to interview you, with this new thing that I'm working on. I'm always working on something. So I appreciate you for giving me your time.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the opportunity. And I will talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Let's see. Okay, she dropped down. I didn't want to block her. It was asking me if I wanted to block her. Okay, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight to Business Owner Spotlight. I am going to be doing Content Creator Spotlight as well. So if you are a content creator and you would like to come on and join and tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey and tell us about your platform, feel free to contact me. My contact information is located in my cover photo on my profile picture. And any business owners, entrepreneurs, if you would like to join, and be interviewed by me, I would love to have you. You just got to have a legit business, okay? We're not doing none of that other stuff in 2024. You just got to be legit. That's the only thing that I ask. I don't care where you are in business because I don't judge. It don't matter if you are a new business owner, if you just getting started, just getting your feet wet. I don't care. It don't matter. So again, the contact information is in my cover photo, and I look forward to interviewing you guys. But I love y'all, and y'all have a good night. And again, thanks for tuning in. All right, YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning in. I got to get StreamYard. My sis keep getting on me about that. So I'm going to have to get StreamYard so y'all can see our actual guest that's joining. But y'all know, God gave me this vision like back in November. I was telling, I've been had the vision because like I said on the last interview that I did, when I'm out and about, I just randomly talk to people and I like to hear their backstory. I like to hear why they got started. It motivates me. Like, it keeps me going. So it was something that I had been doing while I was out, and I would post it up as a reel. So I was like, you know what? I want to do this on my platform, similar to like what Kendra G does, but she do like the dating thing. I ain't got time for that. So y'all know I see bigger content creators and I'm inspired by them. Like I don't hate and tear people down. I get inspired by them. So like I said, seeing what she does and I'm like, oh, I could do that, but I could do my business on the spotlight. Like what I've been posting as the shorts and the reels and stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. So again, like I said, when it came to me, like the full idea, like back around Thanksgiving, like late November, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna drop it in December. Like I'm gonna do it or whatever." And I didn't drop it in December because the holidays and just working on other stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kick it off in January. So I'm definitely gonna have to get StreamYard so that I can get an account with them so that I can stream on both or whatever. But again, it's new. It's something that I just started doing. And I just took off with the vision. Like we got to stop sleeping on visions when God give them to us. Like when he give you the vision, like just take off with it. He gonna see you through it. He gonna carry you through it. So I'm super excited. That was my second interview. I do them on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm excited about this. I hope it just grow and continue to grow. Just like with Kendra G, how she do her, dating thing or whatever, her dating interviews or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I hope it just continues to grow and I hope God blesses it. Because it's not only something that's like I look at it as networking. Because I'm networking with different people online, but it's not only a gain for me with networking, it's a gain for the people that I'm interviewing as well, because it opens their business up to my audience. And so I pray that everybody that joins and comes on and allows me to interview them, I just pray and speak blessings over their business once they come on. So I hope this get really big. And maybe some of these people that gave me the opportunity to interview them starting out, maybe once it get bigger, I can bring them back on and interview them again as it continues to grow. But I'm not gonna talk y'all head off tonight. So I'm about to hop off of here and I will chat with y'all later. Y'all have a good night.